Okay. So, what is computer virus? It is also called as malware. What is this malware? Pen ready. One second. Okay. So, computer virus is also called as malware or malicious software. It is a software. So, computer virus is a software. Malware is an umbrella term used for reference to variety forms of hostile and intrusive software, including ransomwares. They are called as ransomwares, computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, spyware, adwares, scareware. These are various types of computer viruses that are there, especially a software that is harmful to the system. This is any program or file that is harmful to the computer user, any program or software. Okay. The term refers to software that is deployed with malicious intent. Malicious intent means, what is that malicious intent? It may be various forms of malicious intent. Somebody want to take some information from your mobile or information from your system, they can also apply this computer virus. Somebody want to spy you, that where you are going, whom you are calling, what is your message, what are the messages that you are sending, what are the emails that you are sending, right? All these things, if they want to gain the information, they can also send some viruses. Or somebody want to know your banking passwords or similar important IDs, they can also use some of the virus. Or they can also, if somebody want to send some advertisements also, that is one type of virus. So, there are various malicious intent. Or somebody just want to destroy your data. If you have some data and they want to destroy your data, they will use those worms, right? These worms will eat those data and data will be automatically deleted. So, there may be various types of malicious intent before this computer software, or there are some viruses also that will just destroy your system. So, that you have to purchase the antivirus. Okay. Malware can be deployed even remotely. Tracking the source of malware is hard, right? Tracking the source of malware. Why is tracking source of malware is hard? This is because we have been interacting with various devices, right? From which sources this particular malware came, you don't know. It may come from, every day we are receiving so many messages, every day we are receiving so many emails, we are connecting with various devices, we are browsing various internet sites. So, from which source this malware come, from which source these viruses come, it is very difficult to detect. But we must know that but we cannot know from, it may be from any sources, but one thing is that they are dangerous for the system, right? Okay. Next. It can take the form of executable code, scripts, active content and other software. These malicious programs can perform variety of functions. What variety of functions that they can perform? One is stealing, right? They can steal some information you have, or encrypting, or deleting sensitive data. You cannot send particular data, or deleting sensitive data, or altering the data, changing the numbers, altering the data, that can be also possible. And hijacking core computing functions. Hijacking core computing functions means you will not be able to use those functions of computer. They will ask for money. If you will open a particular software, they will say that, okay, first you have to pay this much, then you will be able to use this software. That is also possible by computer virus. Then monitoring users computer activity without their permission. You will monitor the users computer activity without their permission. That is also possible by computer virus, right? You can open, you can send emails, you can receive emails, you can read the emails, you can send messages. All these things can be done by computer virus. Next, this combination has enabled commercial malware to provide supply sophisticated black markets. Sophisticated black markets for both malware and information that it collects. So sophisticated black market, what are these black markets? These are data, right? These viruses, they will provide data. Somebody will produce a virus, they will take the data, banking data, credit card number or your passwords, and they will sell to those people. For example, those non-state actors or those black markets, they will purchase those data and they will misuse, right? There are some person who will sell this data, those technical person, the other person, they will do the financial frauds, malware and the information that they collect. So there is a commercial black market is also undergo that by viruses. Okay. Next, what is the purpose of creating a malware? Why it is created? It is start as a prank among the software developers. However, later malware converted into full-fledged industry. It is a full-fledged industry. Black and white market. Black and white market. Some people are producing malware, some people are producing this antivirus to protect the malware. Both are getting benefited, right? Both are getting benefited because the whole antivirus industry exists because there is some virus. As simple as that. Or you have to develop your security system because there is some virus. You will purchase if you have to purchase a secure mobile or secure system, then you have to purchase a high security system. And that is why, and when you will purchase them, only when there is threat regarding security, and that will be created by a virus. So both in each case you are paying, the customer is paying, and that is beneficial for the various industries. The demand for sophisticated malware is created primarily organized crime, syndicates, state sponsored espionage agents. Yes, that is also one thing. State sponsored. For example, there is a new Pegasus was in news. Why? What is that Pegasus? It was a NSO. It was created by Israel company called as NSO, that are from Israel, and it is alleged that allegation is that government of India was misusing it, and it was taking some of the people, it was tracking the devices of certain of its people, right? It was the allegation. And why it is only government of India? Because the Israel NSO, it has a rule that it will only sell the software to sovereign governments, right? Sovereign governments, it will not sell the software to private individuals. It will sell those softwares to government, only government, right? What is this intention? Why governments are purchasing that, and why it is justified? Justified because at present time there are various non-state actors, right, who are creating this terrorism and various unlawful acts to track their mobile activities, to track those people, to track the unnecessary those people. It is essential for the government or the enforcement authorities to have these softwares, but it should not be misused. That is what we must. It should not be misused. That is, or if that is misused against constitutional heads or journalists, then we can say that is violation of constitutional principle or Article 21 right to privacy. Okay. Next, so this is the purpose of malware, to earn money by selling those data or by providing certain informations or tracking the activities of a particular person. Then malware is typically used to steal information that can be readily monetized. Steal information that can readily monetize, right? Now the whole thing is data, such as login credentials, credit card and bank account numbers. All these things are stolen by certain people and they misuse it. The intellectual property such as computer software, intellectual property such as computer software, financial algorithms and trade secrets. All these things, trade secrets are highly secret, right? Every company has some trade secrets, and that are very secure. They need to be stored in secure platform. If they are stored there, if they are taken, for example, if a particular, just imagine there is a particular medicine, it has a particular composition. A pharmaceutical industries, they have particular composition, and that are very we can say that they are very important to be placed in secret places, right? That should not be public, or that should not be known too easily. We can say they are very critical informations, right? So anybody, a normal person should not have the access to them, because on that basis only the whole business established. Or a particular company is producing a particular good, they have certain information which all the person do not have. For example, Apple is constructing some mobile, it has a different software and they are developing it. Other people do not have those technologies. So, all the details of those technologies, if that is revealed by to other companies, then what will happen? The business of the original company will suffer. The business of Apple will suffer, right? So, it is all about the technology. Apple company, for example, Apple company, it is established since so many years and it has invested in research and development and developed its technology. So, another company should not get that easily just because there is expertise in taking the information, but still they are done, right? Evolution of intellectual property happens. I can explain one more example, that somebody, suppose you are a research scholar, you are doing a research on a particular topic, on sensitive topic, and you have invested around 2 and 3 years to produce a paper, and somebody else who has not done anything, he will just steal your information and he will produce that I have created, I have made this by research, and by research he will get a PhD degree by your research. This is happening. I know it personally, this is happening. So, this may also happen, violation of intellectual property by stealing your sensitive data. Then ransom money in Bitcoin, for example, WannaCry ransomware, spy computer users extended period without their knowledge. For example, rain malware, it may be designed to cause harm, sabotage, example Stuxnet, extort payment, example crypto locker. So, these are various types of examples, right? They can take money from your account, they can misuse your financial credentials by various viruses. Okay, next. We will see various types of viruses here. First is adware. What is this adware? The least dangerous and the most lucrative malware and adware displays on the ads on the computer, right? These are not specific, these are one type of viruses, but they are not very dangerous. It is just a simple advertise, right? It is just a simple ad, it will show by the site. Okay, Hero Honda, buy, purchase Hero Honda, or purchase this company products. This is just adware. But fact is that even if you are not interested in those ads, they are coming automatically, right? They are coming automatically, adware. Or sometimes what happens, some links are also there in terms of this ad. Click on this. This will say, okay, you will get an offer. Click on this. Click. It is just to know about a particular product. Suppose you are interested in dresses, and they will come as an ad. See this dress, then you click on this link, then you will click on that, and by that they can take the information from your mobile also. Then spyware. Spyware is a software that spies on you, track on your internet activities in order to send advertising adware back to your system. Spyware. The spies on you, on what topic you are interested. You are interested in, suppose, entertainment. They will send a video clip of a particular movie. Or suppose you are interested in movies, suppose you are interested in dresses, right, in fashions, then they will send those advertise. So, first they will spy on you, what is your behavior. Your behavior is that you are more attracted to, suppose you are more attracted to dresses, wearing various type of dresses, then they will track that first by spyware, and then they will use this adware for their benefit. Okay. Next, virus is a contagious program code that attaches itself to another piece of software and then reproduces itself. It attaches itself. A virus will attach itself to another software, your original software it will attach, and that reproduces, it will increase, and then when the software runs, most of the often it is spread by sharing software and files between the computers, it is spread also. So, viruses in a particular system, they also spread, they move from one device to another device, they multiple themselves, right, they increases. It is not that their limit, the virus means why it is called as virus, as virus multiples in real life, here computer virus also multiples when a program runs in your system, it can transfer. So, that is one type of modes and transmission of, suppose you are sending files to other persons, or you are downloading files from unknown unknown sites, downloading music video, downloading a video from unknown sites which are not genuine, or you are transferring some data to other mobiles by various means. These viruses can also get transferred and they also get multiplied, and they are harmful for the system. Next type of virus is spam. Spamming is a method of flooding the internet with copies of the same messages. Most of the spams are commercial advertisement which they are sent to unwanted email to users. Commercial advertisements, especially commercial advertisements known as electronic junk emails, junk new group posting. These spam emails are annoying as they keeps coming every day and keeps your mailbox full. Various ads are there, right, from various banking organizations. For example, suppose SBI is sending so many emails, or PNB is sending so many emails, or if you just click, there are some now new type of banking systems have developed. For example, there is Dhani, or there is, if you just, there are so many small organizations also which are not scheduled commercial banks. If you just give your login details once, then they will flood with messages. You will get so many calls, you will get so many messages every day. They are called as spams. Right, every day you will get calls, every day you will get messages, they are called as spams. Then worm, what is this worm? This can delete your data inside your mobile, right? Suppose you have some sensitive information that may be harmful for or that may be harmful for other people. Then what will you apply? It is a program that replicates itself and destroys data and files on the computer. Worms work to eat the system operating files and data files until the drive is empty. It will eat out all the data is inside your mobile, it will eat out all the data is inside your computer. It may also happen, right? If a particular person knows that you have certain sensitive data which is very harmful, then what will happen? Which is very harmful for his credibility or for business or anything like that, he will send you a worm, and that will kill or that will eat all the data inside your system or mobile. Then Trojan, what is this Trojan? Trojan horse. Have you heard about Trojan horse? What is the type of Trojan horse? Trojan horse is a big horse. It's like the horse, but it's not the horse. Trojan horse means it was a horse. It's in Greek philosophy, I think, and it was a horse. It was looking like a horse, and when everybody taken it to their country, inside the country or city, at night, within that horse there were so many soldiers. They came out and attacked the enemy. That is Trojan horse. So here also, so even if it is looking like a horse, actually it is not like a horse. Trojan horse meaning the same thing here also. It is a malware that is often disguised as legitimate software. You think it is a legitimate software. For example, mobile cleaner. You will get a app, mobile cleaner. There are various cleaning apps of your mobile. We don't know if there is actually they are cleaning or not, but even if they are for cleaning purposes, they take so many data from your mobile. They will say that give me access to your gallery, give me access to your photos, give me access to your music. I will remove the junk. Then what will happen? They will show that they are removing junk. Actually, they are accessing the various data. They are called as Trojan softwares, and they are very dangerous also. They are one type of spyware also, you can say, because they take the data and information and share with those people who want to misuse it, right? They are written with the purpose of discovering your financial information. Discovering financial information, taking over your computer system, resources, and larger system, creating a denial of service attack. That means your mobile will not work. Making a machine or network resource unavailable to those attempting to reach it. Example, Google, Yahoo, or your business network becoming unavailable. You will not able to, or a particular your account will be unavailable by Trojan horse. They will eat the system. They will take the information from your mobile, right? So there are various software also. Even you should not download every software from every unauthorized sites, right? You should write some genuine softwares. Very few softwares. Some softwares are blocked by Government of India few years ago. They are blocked because they are taking the various information from your mobile, right? They are violating the right to privacy. Then what are backdoors? Backdoors are the much same as Trojan horse, except they open a backdoor of a computer on a computer, providing network connection to hackers, right? It will just make the system easier. Backdoor system, backdoor virus, this will just make the system easier so that you can hack them regularly or you can spy them. Then rootkit. What is this rootkit? This is one likened to the vulgar hiding in activating to from while at home. It is the hardest of all malware detect and therefore remove. Many experts recommend completely wiping our hard drive and reinstalling everything from scratch. It is designed to permit other information gathering malware to get identity information from your computer without real anything going on, right? It is designed to permit other information gathering malware to get identity information from your computer without realizing anything going on, right? It will take identity information from your computer, right? IDs and passwords. So your hard drive, so then what will happen? Many experts will say, okay, erase or whole, make it format, erase all the hard drives, then you can delete the rootkit. So these are various types of computer viruses we have already discussed. Next types are called as keyloggers. What is this keyloggers? Record everything you type. Suppose you want to spy your sister or little brother, then you can use this keyloggers. Whatever they type, you will know that what they typed. You want to take the passwords. So records everything. Type your PC in order to glean your login names, passwords and other sensitive information. Send it on the source of parents to acquire computer users information. Then rogue security software. This one decides or misleads users. It pretends to be good program to remove malware infections, but all while it is a malware. Often this will turn a real antivirus software. Turn off the real antivirus software, they are rogue security software. Keyloggers, what are the keyloggers I have said? They will take the virus, the login details by keyboard, whatever you type, they will know you are typing this. Then rogue security software, as I have already explained, they will say that it will make your system safe, but they will cut off the antivirus software and that will open the door for various viruses. Ransomware. If you see the screen that warns you that you have been locked out of your computer until you pay your cyber crimes. You have to pay something, then you will get access. Your system is severely infected with a form of malware and called ransomware. Even if you pay to unlock the system is unlocked, but you are not free to locking out again. So here this ransomware, in case of ransomware, you have to pay some amount of money, then only you can get the access of the particular system. Sometimes that doesn't happen as well. It will destroy completely. Even if you pay, you cannot get access to your system. Then last is browser hijacker. What is this browser hijacker? When your home page changes to one that looks like the images inserted next, you may have been infected with one or another browser hijacker. This is dangerous malware redirect your normal search activity and give you the results of the developers want you to see. Its intention is to make money of your web surfing using the home page using this home page and not removing the malware. Let's say the source developers capture your surfing interest, right? You click on a particular thing and you get somebody else, another website. That is what happens, right? If you search for a PDF, or many times it happens, you will search for a PDF, you will click on it, but you will go to another website which is no use, right? By that they also get money, and they will get the data regarding your surfing interest or surfing interest, on what topics you are interested, what you are browsing. That is basically they come to know by browser hijacker. So here all the types of viruses are completed. Next we will see, next part we will see that on what devices these viruses comes to our system. on what devices these viruses come to our system, right. First is email, by various emails they send. Cyber criminals notorious for including malicious attachment, links in the emails appear, various links also they send various links, okay, click on it, that appears to come from friends, reputable organizations and other appear to come from friends, right. Various organizations, reputable organizations, they, for example, anybody can write that this mail is from Reliance, but actually that is not from Reliance, okay. So they will appear to from reputable organizations and other trusted sources. Some of the malicious even infect your computer from the email clients per VPN without opening to be downloading an attachment or link. Even if you are not downloading it, it will come to your system and it will affect your system. This is also possible, right. And it is very carefully. Many times they also because we don't know who is for example, I will say that what is the original email ID of Reliance Trends. We don't know what is the original ID of Reliance Trends, right. If anybody is sending some okay, click and get your offer, then it's a general tendency that you will click it without knowing that whether it is from a genuine email site or not. We don't know. In that case also viruses come to our mobile. Then internet surfing web may feel like a private activity, but in fact you are exposing your computer or unwanted contact with anyone who has a computer and internet access, right. We are opening various browsers, various sites, and when you open the unauthorized sites, those sites which you don't know, they take various information from your mobile, and that is one source. Internet is one source which violates your privacy. In a digital age, privacy is a myth thing, right? That doesn't exist. Okay. Outdated software. You have to update your software every time. Malwares can crawl the internet looking vulnerabilities and outmoded software and spread to influence our computer system. So you have to regularly update your softwares whenever it comes, especially those softwares which are especially financial softwares, for example banking software. You must update them regularly, because a particular virus is made for a particular device or a particular version of a particular application, and if you are updating them, then they have to create one more. So please regularly update your mobile applications. Then local area networks. LAN is a group of locally connected computers that share information over a private network. If any computer becomes infected with the malware, the other computers are also quickly get infected, right. It happens in a small organization or in a particular organization if all the systems are connected, and if one particular among them, because all the systems are connected with each other, so if one particular system get affected by malware or virus, that affects all other systems. Instant messaging and peer-to-peer file sharing systems. If you are sending files, videos or photos to somebody else of your friend, there is chances that there is also transformation, you will transfer some viruses or you will get some viruses. Instant messaging also. Okay. Next, social networks. There are various types of social networking getting developed. You have to give your details, right, and they will take your information. Pop-ups. Some of the most sophisticated malware spreads on the well disguised screen pop-ups that will just appear in your screen. Like it or do it, and then you will click it. Then what will happen? You will install a particular malware in your system. Install the malware. You will download the malware system, or the hoax. They will claim that they will see. The example is that one widespread hoax pop-up claims to have scanned your computer and detected malware. Virus found. Then click here. Then you will click there, and that malware will get installed in your mobile. Then computer storage media. Malware can be easily spread if you share your computer media with others, such as USB drives, DVDs, CDs, all these things. Malware will spread. CD of photos from colleagues, all these things malware will spread by these devices like pen drives, DVDs, CDs, all these things. Then mobile devices also, mobile malware threats have become increasingly prevalent as more people are using their smartphones and tablets, many computers, helping the malware problems proliferate across additional platforms. We are sharing various data with our friends every day, and various files we are sending, and our viruses are getting multiplied. So, one topic completed. Second is optical fiber. It is relatively small topic. So, what is this optical fiber? Now we have a scheme, BharatNet scheme, Digital India Mission, everything is getting digitized. So, in this time we need high speed of data. Mobile data cannot be that much of speed like optical fiber. They can we can send huge amount of data speed by optical fiber, right? So, these are internet connections. It is a part of Digital India Mission also. Government is having a target to send optical fiber connection to whole India, around 2 lakh gram panchayats, but at present hardly 30% of the target has achieved of Digital India Mission. So, in that scenario optical fiber is important. Just to know it, just have a brief introduction about optical fiber. Optical fiber is a technology associated with the data transmission. It will transmit huge amount of data. Transmission using light pulses and traveling along with the fiber, which is usually made of plastic or glass. Optical fiber, they usually, so what it does, it is associated with data transmission. It will transfer data, how much data you can use, data transmission. Another thing is that it is made of plastic or glass. Where glass may transmit better data, it transfers high speed of data, but plastic is it is flexible, right? It's this mode of communication is flexible. You cannot make glass flexible. If a wire is made of glass, you cannot make it flexible, but plastic is flexible. Plastic is of cheap cost, but one problem with plastic is that it cannot take huge amount of data with high speed. Transmission and optical fiber communication are signals fast and fewer damages. What are optical fibers? Also unaffectedly electromagnetic interference. It is affected by it is unaffected by electromagnetic interference. That means various radiations will not affect the transmission of data. Optical fiber cable uses application of total internal reflection of light. There is a phenomenon of total internal reflection of light. What is this total internal reflection of light? Suppose right. Suppose this is a denser medium, this is a rarer medium. Denser medium means, for example, glass, rarer medium means, for example, air, and light goes from denser medium to rarer medium. Suppose this is the normal, light goes from denser medium to rarer medium. What will happen? Refraction will happen. When light transmits from one medium to another medium, it bends. Right, when it passes from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal, right. So, if you will increase this angle of incidence, what will happen? This deviation will increase. So, at one particular angle, it will go parallel. If you increase from that, then it will return from to the original, to denser medium, right. So, at one particular angle, if light goes from denser medium to rarer medium, it moves parallel to the surface. If that angle is called as critical angle. If the incidence angle is more than critical angle, right, then it returns back to the original medium. Once again I am saying, at one particular angle, if a ray moves from denser medium to rarer medium, it goes parallel to the surface, right. Suppose this is a glass surface, it goes parallel to the surface. If we increase the angle more than critical angle, then what will happen? It will again bend and that will return to the same medium. This is called as total internal reflection. So, in total internal reflection, light remains within that medium, within that denser medium. For example, that is the reason why diamond dazzles, because light remains inside it and that travels inside it. So here also that same procedure, method is applied, that is so it is based on total internal reflection, right, of light. The fibers are designed such that they facilitate propagation of light along with optical fiber depending with the requirement of the power. They facilitate the propagation of light and power, distance transmission depending on the power, how much power you want to say, how much data you want to, how to what distance you want to say send those data, right. Different type of single mode fiber are used, in certain cases single mode fiber are used. They are used for long distance transmission, single mode. There are also multi-mode fibers are also there. Multi-mode fibers are used, these are the types. Fibers are used for shorter distance. The outer cladding of these fibers needs better protection than metal wires. So, multi-mode fiber usually of their glasses, we can say they are for shorter distance, and single mode fiber is for longer distance. These are types of optical fiber, we can say they are the types of optical fiber, single mode and multi-mode fiber. Next, this is the structure of an optical fiber. This is, see, this is plastic coating. See, this is structure of it. This is called as plastic coating. This plastic coating. This is called as cladding. This layer is called as cladding. This is the core, and here the inside the core light goes like this. It does not pass out, it passes in a denser medium, it goes inside the denser medium, right. This is the light ray. This structure of, this is the structure of optical fiber. Then types of optical fiber. The types of optical fiber depend on the refractive index, materials used and mode of propagation of light. It also depends on refractive index of materials. What are the materials? For example, step index materials, step index fibers, right. It is consists of surrounded by cladding which has single uniform code of index of refraction. Refractive index, right, that is velocity of light in refractive index is equal to velocity of light in that medium by velocity of light in air medium. Okay. So this optical fiber that depends on the refractive index. Two types, one is step index fibers, right, which has a single uniform index of refraction. That means single uniform that is made up of a particular material and a single uniform refractive index. But graded index fibers, to second type is graded index type fibers. Here the refractive index decreases. Remember, in case of graded index fibers, the refractive index decreases as radial distance from the fiber to axis increases. Suppose this is the fiber, as this distance increases, refractive index decreases. This is used usually for better data flows, right. These graded index fibers, they are used for high data speed. Then plastic optical fibers and glass optical fibers, these are polymethyl methacrylate. Remember this word, it may be used in prelims, they can ask. Used as core material, transmission of the light. Then glass fibers, it consists of extremely fine glass fibers. Two types, one is optical, this is plastic and glass fibers. In case of glass fibers, I have said for long, if you want to, glass fibers is more costly, optical fibers, plastic fibers are less costly. Plastic fibers are flexible, but glass fibers are not flexible. Whatsoever quality is concerned, it is better in case of glass fibers. So these are various types of optical fibers. I have said in step index fibers, it is for long distance, but it is uniform refraction, that is a single uniform index of refraction, refractive index. But in case of graded index fibers, this is the refractive index decreases if we move from center to the outer side area, that is graded index fibers. All are used based on cost and quality, whatever you require, accordingly they are used. Classification based on the then single mode fibers. Okay, here single mode fibers and multi mode fibers. Single mode fibers are used for long distance transmission. Multi mode fibers are used for short distance transmission. These are types of optical fiber. Then what are the step index, graded index, single mode, then step index multi mode fibers, graded index multi mode fibers. These graded index multi mode fibers, these are various types. They can send huge amount of data and high quality data at small time. Okay. So this is your optical fibers. Now just learn how they work. They work on the principle of total internal reflection. It is very important. They have asked in prelims also. Light rays can be used to transmit huge amount of data. These light rays, they transmit huge amount of data, but there is problem. Light rays travel in the straight lines. So unless you have a long straight wire without any bends at all, harnessing this advantage will be very tedious. Instead, optical cables are designed in such a way that they bend all the light rays inwards. Right, the light rays travel continuously, bouncing in the optical fiber walls, transmit. That means light ray transmit like this. Inside optical fiber, light ray transmit like this. Depending on the purity of the material used, loss is much so here loss is much less as compared to using metal cables. So optical fibers, they transmit data, and here less is this is more efficient. Okay. System consists of the following components. There is a transmitter. Transmitter produces the light signals and encode them to transmit. Produce the light signal, that is transmitter. Then optical fiber, medium of transmitting light pulse. Optical fiber, medium of transmitting the light pulse. That is that medium, or that is cladding, which is called as clad or made up of glass. Then optical receiver, a particular that will receive the data or information, transmit a light pulse signal and decodes them fit to use. Then optical regenerator, necessary for long data transmission. So these are various parts of optical fiber. Then what are the advantages of optical fiber? This is very important. You must write. One is economic and cost effective as compared to metal cables. Then thin and flammable, thin and non-flammable. They will not. You cannot burn them. Then less power consumption, less signal degradation, flexible and lightweight. So in all these modes, optical fiber is best. That's why you are using it everywhere so far as data transmission is concerned. Okay. Next topic we will see, that is motherboard. What is this motherboard? Motherboard comes from the following features. Motherboard varies greatly. We have discussed various parts of computer. For example, CPU is the brain of computer. They have divides. We have already discussed the output devices like printer, plotter. These are output devices, input devices, mouse, keyboard, all the input devices, and motherboard greatly supporting it's supporting various types of components. It supports all these input devices and output devices and other. Motherboard supports a single type of, yes, it supports a single type of CPU. CPU is the brain of computer that exercises all the functions and the programs, and that transmits data from the main memory to secondary memory or displays to the, it gives direction to every output devices how to function. That is the job of CPU. And it supports the CPU, motherboard supports the CPU. Video cards, hard disks, sound cards have been compatible with motherboard to function properly. Mother card cases, power supplies must be compatible to work properly together. So all these things they need to be compatible with motherboard for the system to function. There are different types of motherboard. Accordingly, all these things need to be set. It connects. We can call it the mother of all the boards, right? It connects every board to every board is connected to this motherboard. Every function of the computer is connected to motherboard. What is the motherboard? Description.
Motherboard is mounted inside the case and securely attached small screws through pre-drilled holes. Motherboard contains ports to connect the internal components. It contains ports to connect the internal components, provides single socket for CPU. CPU is also there, whereas memory, normally one or more slots are available. Memories are also placed in motherboard, right? Motherboards provide ports to attach floppy drive. Floppy drive is linked to motherboard. Hard drive are also connected to motherboard. Optical drives, they are also placed in the motherboard. There is a peripheral card slots also, by which you can use external card in the motherboard using video cards, sound cards and other expansion cards. You can use it, link it to the motherboard. On the left side of motherboard carry number of ports to connect monitor, printer. Everything is connected to motherboard. Mouse, keyboard, speaker, network cables, all are connected to motherboard. Motherboards also provide USB ports which allow compatible devices to be connected in plug-in USB ports, pen drive, all these things, all the export devices, import devices, these these are the various devices there. They are connected to motherboard, so it provides a house to all these systems. Okay, so here the lectures end. Like this video, share this video, encourage us to continue this program. Thank you.